Am I doing it for Allah when I'm looking deep, deep down inside?
Welcome back to the Y Factor.
And the biggest local story making headlines this week is...
a Category 4 Cyclone Yasi is expected to hit Queensland coast early Thursday morning.
Or tonight even.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on the news for that. But oh my God, the poor people in Queensland.
I know, as if the Queensland floods wasn't enough. I feel so sorry for this Premier.
No, but I admire her. I think, you know what, this really gave her the chance to shine.
Yeah, but... you know, in the wrong circumstances.
She wasn't the only one who was helping out. I mean, she is the Premier, but, you know, she's got all these other people helping her out.
Oh, of course,
national support.
I'm not talking about the volunteers. I'm talking about leading her state through such a crisis. I think she's done an amazing job of it. She hasn't buckled under the pressure. And, you know, she's really proven that she's capable of leading Queensland. Seriously, kudos to her.
Yeah, but they're saying that this Cyclone Midon is worse than Cyclone Larry, which damaged about 10,000 houses and caused $1.5 billion in damage.
That's added to the damage that was already caused from the floods. Wow.
It's going to be harsh.
If you haven't donated already to Queensland, seriously, dig your hands in your pockets and do so now.
And it's expected that this cyclone is even going to bring more powerful and deadly flash flooding. So, I mean, another set of
more
flooding.
Floods.
More set of flooding for Queensland.
Wow. Inshallah khair.
Well, good news for all the people that catch ferries. Now, starting from Monday, Transport Minister John Robertson is offering free Wi-Fi in 13 different ferries. So
yay.
That's
oh
great.
My gosh.
As if you catch a ferry, Miran.
Even if I don't catch ferries, the one...
just go there for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, one of my major issues with Sydney is the fact that they sorely lack on free Wi-Fi. Like, I would be travelling in a third world country and no matter where I'd go, Wi-Fi is being picked up and available, whereas here in Sydney, it's just so limited. I guess because everyone's got passwords on it, but in some areas you just seriously don't even pick up that there's wireless in the area at all.
I guess it's really convenient because there is so many phones out there these days that use Wi-Fi or have internet on them. So I think it is a big advantage and a good move from the New South Wales government.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think all the Facebook addicts are going to like this one because, you know...
Or anyone who owns any kind of, like, iPhone or smartphone or... you know, any phone, like Amtullah was saying these days. And don't forget that Sydney CBD area, like where the ferries run as well, it's filled with tourists and tourists tend to want access to internet.
Yeah.
So they can straight away upload their pictures onto Facebook.
Yeah. Either way, it always comes down to Facebook, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The Y Factor.
Speaking of Facebook, Internet Explorer is actually... being cited as flawed. It contains some kind of a hole in it that allows hackers to come in. So Microsoft is warning that 900 million users of Internet Explorer are actually at risk of being hacked.
I'm surprised that 900 million users actually use Internet Explorer. I thought everyone uses Google Chrome these days.
Or Firefox. Yeah, I gave up on Internet Explorer a long time ago.
Yeah, it's not as good as Google Chrome.
We're not endorsing any products, but we're just saying Internet Explorer, in our experience, has been, you know, not as effective as other browsers.
Okay, well, after this story, this man, his name is Ken Thompson, he basically cycled around Europe looking for his missing son that his wife abducted. And just a couple of days ago, he brought back his 6-year-old son.
Wow.
Quite dedicated, isn't he?
So what was he working as?
Yeah, he was working, he had a job as a deputy of New South Wales fire chief, and he gave that up just to find his son, Andrew.
Yes, he could have just, you know, got a taxi or something instead of cycling.
Makes him more adventurous.
It probably would have cost him quite a lot to travel across all of Europe to find his son in a taxi.
Well, it would have saved him a bit of time, and I mean, if he's looking for his son, it would have been worth it.
I don't think that's the point of the story.
I know, but wouldn't you want to find your son, like, quickly? Well, I guess he's waited 6 years, so...
The Y Factor.
Well, apparently, eating burnt toast can get you cancer.
Yeah, according to Dr. Paul Brent, there are some chemicals in burnt toast that have been linked to cancer. Now, Dr. Brent is actually the chief scientist of food standards.
The Y Factor.
Moving on, so we've got our wacky story for this week, and it's about a Kenyan mother who has 6 sets of twins. Not just one Miran, like usually when you have a set of twins, it's enough, but she's got 6.
Wait, 6 sets means 12 kids, which means that she totally trumps Octomom.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think the difference with...
a full soccer team with her kids.
True.
I think the difference with Octomom is that she had them all at once.
Oh,
this one she had over the years, so maybe a little bit less of a hassle. However, just her luck, in the Kenyan country, twins are seen as a curse. Ooh. So she
must be seen as someone very cursed then.
Lucky.
She is. She had multiple husbands, and every time she would get twins, they'd be like, "You're a curse. I have to leave you. I'm sorry." So the poor woman...
So she's single currently?
Yep, she's stuck with 10 kids. Her
single cursed mother.
She's stuck with 10 kids, and she's living in a 1-room, grassed, thatched house.
So a hut.
Basically.
She's living in a hut with 10 kids on her own, trying to support them. Wow. Yep. You know, just... I was about to go on another feminist rant, but... I think I'll just leave it at that.
Hold back, Miran, hold back.
Okay, fine. We'll take a short break and then we will be right back, inshallah. Stay with us.
You are listening to The Y Factor on 87.6 FM.
Blazing, you bring the horror. Tell me how you sleep at night.
I've been to the Holy Land, a place cherished by the children of Abraham. But this bloodshed and carnage don't understand. Sun, raise your head, find a star in the night sky. Freedom will come, Palestine, we hear it worldwide.
I see you creeping over the border, so eager to take a life. Guns are blazing, you bring the horror. Tell me how you sleep at night. Children screaming, no tomorrow. That's how they live their lives. Hope still burning, freedom will come. Everything's gonna be alright.
Welcome back to the Y Factor. This week's wacky fact is about the US. 97% of all money printed in the US contains cocaine. So
Coke.
Yeah, so if you're running low on your cocaine, just have a sniff of your money. If you're in America.
Maybe that's
I think
where
I might have seen a
heads.
movie before where they were actually sniffing off the money. That must have increased the hit.
Maybe. Do you smoke it or do you sniff cocaine? I don't know, I'm so out of touch with yourself. Maybe Ali, you can fill us
Because
out.
we're the experts. I think you sniff cocaine. You smoke pot.
Yeah.
Miran, why do you know this?
Let's not give
you
drug
can-
education on air anyway.
You can experiment with that as well. So
No, you can't actually. You can't. Let's just keep it at cocaine being contained in money and move on to our hadith of the week. Now, since we were talking about Egypt earlier, one thing that I noticed during the week when I was watching the footage was that they sort of prayed this prayer called qunut. Okay? Now, qunut is a prayer. It's actually a dua that you perform after you pray when you're in times of calamity. So when some sort of a big disaster happened or when you're in the middle of war, you would do this dua. So the hadith goes, if a calamity befalls the Muslims, it is prescribed to say dua al-qunut after standing up from ruku' in the last rak'ah of each of the 5 daily obligatory prayers until Allah relieves the Muslims of that calamity.
Yeah, and I think it's a good thing, inshallah, if the people in Egypt do.
I remember when the Gaza things happened, the Gaza bombings and that...
the blockade and...
Yes, all that happened last year. I remember in Lakemba Mosque, I think they did Salat al-Qunut.
I think it's so powerful that you're calling upon Allah to help you. And I don't know, I think it's very moving for me. There's a dua for everything, subhanAllah.
True.
Yeah.
So this week, inshallah, we've got a few events lined up.
The first one is in Umar Mosque after Maghrib, inshallah, or maybe if you just come before Maghrib, pray Maghrib and then sit for a lesson. There are lessons, I think, offered by Umar al-Banna. I've heard that they are really good, and that happens every Monday, like I said, after Maghrib.
It's for the ladies, isn't it?
Yep, only sisters, so it's a good event, I think.
We have another sisters event here as well by Isra in Auburn. Omar Mosque is in Auburn as well. and if you want details on that, we might post a link up on our Facebook page, which, by the way, is the Y Factor radio show.
Yeah, definitely, and hit us up and tell us what you think. If you have any questions about these events, and maybe we can do some research, some more.
And we reply pretty much instantaneously.
Yes, Miran does.
MashaAllah, Facebook addicts.
Yes.
It's for a good purpose, Ali. Not for the purpose you use it for. I'm just joking.
He's a good kid, but he lives on Facebook as well, so he can't talk. Yes. Okay, so the Isra event is Learn to Recite the Eloquent Quran, which will run on February the 12th, and it will cost $150. They include the books and the CDs. It's actually a 15-week course. So contact Isra, and if you're interested in learning how to recite the Eloquent Quran, then give them a ring.
And let's just remind them that it's ladies only. So it's all happening for the ladies, isn't it?
We're sorry, we tried to find events for the guys this week, for the brothers, but we didn't find any. But this one here is actually for both brothers and sisters. It's run by New South Wales.
The New South Wales police force, they're joining up with the youth
of the community,
and they're just trying to make initiatives to break the ice, because, there's always clashes between police and the youth around the area.
It's not just about clashing, though. They're actually trying to come up with an entire new youth policy statement. And it's not just the brothers. Like I said, this is for everybody in the community. How you think the police could work better with young people, how you think they could work better with the community. And the invitation is basically extended to all young people, youth workers, youth services, community groups, academics, etc. Now, this
so the
will
whole
be
spectrum.
Yeah, the whole spectrum. It will be running on the 21st of February in Ridges, Bankstown, on 874 Hume Highway, Bass Hill, inshallah. But you have to pre-register. You have to RSVP. So basically send an email to youthportfolio@police.newsouthwales.gov.au for if you have any catering, specific, like halal food, for example, or something like that. Otherwise, make sure you RSVP, and I think it's a very good opportunity to express your ideas. Like, if you feel that there's some sort of a flaw in the system, or there's something that the police should do to reach out to the...
Yeah, because we're always complaining, the police this, the police that. So this is your opportunity to step up and make a difference, I guess.
I don't complain, personally.
Yeah.
I'm a very satisfied citizen.
All right, you sit there and be satisfied. We're done.
Okay, and I guess with that we come to the end of our episode, and we would like to remind you of our email, yfactor@live.com.au. If you have any suggestions and you're not on Facebook, please send us an email there. Otherwise, hit us up on Facebook, and either Amatullah or myself will get back to you.